Welcome to another episode of Jay's Beer Review. Today I decided we'll take a look inside the vault, aka fridge, just to see what beers I have in stock. So let's go ahead and take a peek. Okay, well, as you can see, for starters, anytime I have beer in my fridge, which is usually always, you're always going to find at least some Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout and maybe some Young's Double Chocolate Stouts, because they are my two favorite beers. I've already reviewed the Double Chocolate Stout. Someday I'll get to the Sam Smith's Oatmeal Stout. Also in here, looks like I got a Fort Collins Chocolate Stout. I've had that before. That's pretty darn good as well. We have a Harps Lager. I like to use this with like a Guinness or a Murphy's to make a nice black and tan. That's always a good beer. Well, we're saving that for a special day. Also back here, it looks like I got a Vanilla Jova Porter by Atwater Block Brewery. Never had that. Don't know nothing about it, so someday we'll get to that. We also have Downtown Brown. I believe this is, Lost Coast Brewery. These guys make excellent beers. I've had a few of theirs. Of course, Weihenstephaner's Hefeweizen, another one of my top 5 beers. Murphy's Irish Stout, another great stout, better than Guinness, better than Beamish, I think, as well. A big one of Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout. I also got back here a home brew, which I'll eventually review. I'm not expecting that one to be too great, but we'll see. And also I have a Paulaner Salvator Double Bock and Schneider and Sean Aventinus. So we'll go ahead and take a look to see what we're going to review today.
Well, I'm back, and after looking at a selection like that, it was a tough decision on which one I was going to review today. After the past couple days of not having the greatest beer, I wanted to make sure I was going to get myself a good beer, so I didn't know if I wanted to go with something I previously had and know was good, or go with something that I never had before, taking the risk. But after I thought about it, I decided that I was going to go with the Paulaner's Salvator Double Bock. I've heard outstanding things about this, and I can't imagine I'm going to be disappointed no matter what. So I think no matter what, I'm going to get myself a good beer today. Because I am drinking a German beer, why not other words go with my Sam Adams Stein. Paulaners, they generally, no matter what, are like a wheat beer. So this is going to be the first one that's a double bock. Now I believe this is still a wheat beer. It's just it's a bock, so it's bottom fermented and things like that. Now this one in particular is 7.9% alcohol by volume. I know that the Paulaner monks would serve Salvator to replace food during Lent, and the original recipe, in order to protect it, they had to patent the trademark, and they did that back in like 1896. So there's a little bit of history about the beer. Now this beer here is coming by a request of my buddy Ron. He gave me about 6 or 7 German beers that he wanted me to sample, and he's currently stationed in Germany. He's a military guy, so Ron, this one I'm going to do for you. For starters, it's got a pretty big head on it. A lot of it has to do with the stein that I'm pouring in, so it's going to take a few seconds to get this whole thing in, especially knowing the way that I pour it, but we're getting there, so let's give this a few more moments and I'll get back to you. Well, I'm back, and I got the whole beer finally in there, and there you go. You can take a look. You can really see pretty much right through this one. This has got a real nice amber color to it, which I'm pretty surprised by. I was expecting it to be a much darker beer, maybe because it's like a wheat double bock. That's probably why it's a lot lighter than I expected, because generally speaking, bocks or double bock beers are usually, they're real malty type beers, so I was pretty surprised how bright, how light in color it is. But again, you can see right through that one. It's a nice amber color. It's got a nice good head right on it. It's nice and thick. So I'm looking forward to this so far. I can kind of smell from here, but I'm not real close yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a smell now. Oh yeah, that's got a nice smell. Nice candy apple smell to it almost. It's got a lot of heavy malt to it that I can smell, but I can smell like candy apple almost. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a sip. That's real nice. That's got a really good taste to it. I'm liking that a lot. For starters, pretty malty, but a nice rich malty flavor to it. Really no bitterness to it at all. It doesn't taste like a wheat beer at all to me. It tastes more like maybe an Oktoberfest type beer, like real, like a Marzen almost. But I was getting some other flavor in it too that I have to take another sip to try to narrow that down. But man, that's good. Like right at the end, something's hitting me. I just can't put my finger on it. But I want to say like when you go to a fair and you can just smell that air in a fair, like the cotton candy and the candy apple and the caramel and and the peanuts. Like, just that fair smell. It's kind of taste like that. I'm trying to nail it, but this is tasty. Real sweet almost. Like, and not like a strawberry sweet. After you get that, malty flavor to it, that's when the slight bit of sweetness hits you, like cotton candy or caramel apple or candy apple, whatever you want to call it. That sweet kind of confectionery taste at the end. Yeah, that's the best I'm going to describe it. Malty like an Oktoberfest with like a confectionery type sweetness just at the end. Not real strong, but enough that you noticed it. So I'm going to go ahead and drink some more of this and get back to you. Well, I'm back, and as you can see, I got a little bit of beer left here. And I'll tell you right now, that I'm savoring every single sip of this. I mean, this has been an outstanding beer. Buddy of mine told me, and everywhere I hear it says that this beer is a good beer, and it did not disappoint. I'm really enjoying this. It's even worth saying this might be added to my top 5 favorite list, and it very well, at least minimally, will be in an honorable mention. As I drank more through it, I said like in Marzen or an Oktoberfest style beer, and that's pretty close. I mean, if not that, maybe like a winter type beer, like a Young's Winter Warmer. But I mean, it's still got that like slight confectionery like taste to it at the end, and even a confectionery kind of aroma to it. The only negative I can really say is that the aroma's not real strong. I mean, I had to really get in there to smell it. If it smelt better, this beer would get an even higher ranking than what I'm gonna give it. But overall, I mean, it tastes outstanding. It goes down so easy. I mean, there's like no bitterness to it whatsoever. I'm just I'm really pleased with this beer, and I'm really excited that I drank this, especially after 2 days of just terrible beer. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up and give it my final thoughts and grade. After reviewing that, there's no reason why I will not give this a solid 4.0. That makes this beer a top-of-the-line excellent beer. If it's not added to my top 5 favorites, it's going to be on the honorable mention list. But this beer was really outstanding, and I recommend anybody who can get a bottle of it while they still can, because I believe it's a seasonal beer. Go out and grab a bottle. This was excellent beer, and I'm going to get me another bottle of this before it's gone for the season. So again, that was Paulaner's Salvator Double Bock. And until next time, thanks for watching, and thanks for telling me to get this run.